Moving on. In one of the most horrific terrorist attacks in India's history, 166 people were killed and over 300 injured as 10 heavily armed terrorists from Pakistan created mayhem in Mumbai on November 26, 2008. Recently, the Biden administration has stated that memories of the brutal attack by terrorists in Mumbai are still vivid both in India and the United States. A report. On 26 November 2008, one of the deadliest terror attacks were carried out on Indian soil that led to the deaths of 166 people in Mumbai, including foreign nationals, while leaving 300 others injured. The attacks were carried out by 10 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists who sailed into Mumbai from the Pakistani port of Karachi. The attacks lasted for 3 days. 9 Pakistani terrorists were killed by the Indian security forces. Ajmal Kasab was the only terrorist who was captured alive. He was hanged 4 years later on November 21, 2012 after a trial. The Biden administration has stated the memories of the brutal attack by terrorists in Mumbai in 2008 are still vivid both in India and the United States.
The terrorist attacks that took place in 2009 in Mumbai, of course, the memories of that are still vivid. They're still vivid here in India. They are still vivid in the United States as well. We can all remember the horrific imagery of that day, the assault on the hotel, the bloodshed that resulted. And it's why we've continued to insist on accountability for the perpetrators of this, not only the individual operatives who took so many innocent lives that day, but the terrorist groups that were behind this, that helped to orchestrate it as well.
The seeds of Pakistan's tryst with terror actually were sown after Pakistan's debacle in 1971 war. Pakistan got divided. East Pakistan became Bangladesh. Since then, Pakistani leadership led by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto had pledged to bleed India with 1,000 cuts. It sensed the opportunity to do so during the height of the Cold War when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. With the government's knowledge and the military support, terrorists continue to operate and raise funds inside Pakistani territory. There are several kinds of terror groups operating in and from Pakistan that can be distinguished by their sectarian background and their areas of operation. Their objectives may vary from overthrowing the Pakistani government, orchestrating attacks on Indian soil, or support of Afghan Taliban. However, the seeds of terrorism sought by Pakistan to target neighboring countries have returned to haunt it. Terrorist groups have grown so powerful that they are now nominating their own shadow government, openly challenging the state. This weakening security environment comes when Islamabad faces an economic meltdown amidst political turmoil. Pakistan has exhausted all its funds that it received as foreign aid for the war on terror led by the US by funding terror groups against India. It is a debt-ridden economy. The world sees Pakistan as the epicenter of terrorism, and Islamabad should clean up its act and try to be a good neighbor.